Soon as we step on the mic, man, you know it's the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge, no hitting this free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every A. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. Know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I'm your host, Coco, and joining me today, we have my new problem child, who I'm learning to really gravitate to. Q, aka Semantic Class. I think did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it right.
All right.
You did. Here I am. I had technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
All right. And also joining me is the mayor, Asheville's finest, Paul.
Hello, y'all. I'm not the mayor. I'm the governor. No, I'm just kidding.
And one of the best artists, Baltimore's own, the Jude.
Hey, people. How y'all doing?
Hi, Lamont. And special guest tonight, we have the pleasure of interviewing this gentleman, Asheville's finest, the founder of Young Struggle, Knowledge Green. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey there.
So, today we're going to do a little different. So, the next few hours is going to be completely dedicated to you. But before we start, we're going to start with the mental health check-in. I'm going to go first. My mental health is great. I'm navigating situations beautifully. I think that works.
Judy?
My bad. Mine was fine. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Everybody having technical difficulties, or is it?
Yeah, Q looked like he clicked off.
Okay, I'm freezing up and stuff. But yeah, my mental health was all right until I read and seen that the mayor trying to run for a 4th term. Now I got more work to do. Cause ain't no way in the hell she gonna get another damn term around here.
Get her out of there.
That's
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you ain't doing nothing for us. Get your ass up out of here. Shit. Then you got notice say I'm running for a 4th term. How in the hell did you get through? How the hell did you get through 3 terms? I'm trying to figure out because you shouldn't even be there. But that's another thing. Okay, but that's what my mental health is. But I'm better now. I'm taking my medicine.
Now that you want to go, you want to skip. That's cool. We gonna skip. I'm frozen.
Yeah, you did for a minute.
Okay. Do you want to do the mental health check-in or no?
Yeah, I can. My mental health is a roller coaster. I'm full of nerves because of this, and then I'm excited because we're going to put on the event for the whole city, well, for the county, for the kids. And then, like Paul, understanding how people get in these positions and don't do the work that they say that they want to do, whether it's the mayor or community engagement people or people in the community themselves. So my mental health is a roller coaster right now.
Okay, it's for a good cause though, to be on the roller coaster. So you got this. You'll be all right. Q, would you like to go?
Oh, what are we discussing here?
The mental health. You get on my nerve. The mental health check-in. We just starting with that.
Yeah, mentally, I'm crazy. I mean, what else is new? This is every day for me. Okay, They should have cast me as the fucking Joker. Okay, because of all the shit that I go through, and I still have the last laugh. So I tend to think different, and people say I think like a psychopath, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here! I'm just me. I'm a free spirit. I don't like following this norm, this new normal shit that goes on out here. That's why I stay to myself. I keep myself centered. I don't follow this bullshit that's out here. It is 90 fucking 6 degrees, and we got kids out here wearing fucking black hoodies, zipped all the way up, with the hood on. I don't understand this. This is what's driving me to that level of crazy. Okay, where common sense meets a swift kick in the ass.
Right.
Okay, dude, you are competing with heat stroke at this juncture. Why would you do this to yourself? Why? That's what drives me crazy. Well, other than that, I'm great.
I'm glad you're great. And hopefully, I think we all finished freezing. So
I hope so too. Shit.
let's just kick this thing off. Knowledge is all about you, okay? So let's just start. How about one? Let's start with tell the audience and anybody listening and watching about yourself. What would you like for them to know?
I'm my mother's only child. I'm the fifth oldest out of my daddy's big group. Spend a lot of time finding my footing and the path that was created for me, so I chose my own. So been in and out of the incarceration system for over 20 times. Heavily gang involved. I'm an advocate for gang members. I'm an advocate for domestic violence. I'm an advocate for anyone that's the underdog, because I've been that underdog while trying to figure out what my place was. So knowing and understand that path, I fight just as hard for those who don't feel as though nobody's fighting with them.
That's amazing. Anybody have any questions on that? Or want to elaborate?
Let me ask Knowledge. Do you ever think that gangs will ever unite and just begin to work together to create positive changes? Do you ever see it? I know it's far-fetched, and I know it's like some crazy utopian dream or whatever, but do you ever see that happening in the near future?
So I heard some of your question, like you sound far away. I heard near future gangs,
Yeah.
and I was lost.
Okay.
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah.
He was asking, do you think gangs will ever like unite in the near future, like come together for a better cause?
They're already doing that. So what was it? Last year, Paul? 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I did the peace event. So about 2 years ago, I brought Larry Hoover's best friend from the age of 8 years old to the age that they are now to Asheville. And he is a member of this organization called Growth and Development. With him, I met a co-founder of an organization that's a blood set from New York. And he bought his big homie from out of California. And they came to Asheville for this event that we did called 48 Hours of Peace and Unity, so that they can tell their stories and have a conversation with not only the youth, but the members of gangs, city council members, and law enforcement on what these organizations were birthed on. See, we got lost when we got drugs. Jumping all the way back to the Black Panther Party. Like, it was created to heal our community, protect our community, and then we got drugs, and we got separated.
We always
So
had drugs, though. We've always had drugs.
yeah, but not to the sense that caused the separation that pit you against me, and we grew up in the same block, used to eat in the same household.
Right.
And now because your color is blue or gray or yellow or maroon, now we can't be cool because your homeboys making more money than my homeboys, but we making numbers. Y'all on our block. That's what I mean by when I say about drugs. I know drugs has forever been here, but the way that they monopolize to put the drugs in certain areas to contain and control and destroy, that's why these were formed. But to answer your question, yes, it's already been formed. I have daily conversations with individuals that are all over the world from Asheville, North Carolina, on how we can put different things in their community to make a change in their community by still standing on these organizations. Is one called the Big Weed that was put together out of Chicago. And it was founded and started by gang members who hold a high seat in the organization, but they branched out to those that we would call just ordinary people so that we can unify and make a difference.
Okay. I have another question for you. Tell us a little bit about your nonprofit organization, Young Struggle. It's a two-parter. So tell us about the organization. And then my second question with that is what influenced you, or what was there a particular thing that happened to click to say, I want to start this nonprofit? Like, what influenced you to start it?
So I'm gonna answer the last part first because that's how I came.
Okay.
So 2008, no, 2011, I was incarcerated at Brown Creek Correctional Institution in North Carolina. Called home, and my daughter, who is now 16, said, "Daddy, I'm gonna get a job so you don't have to keep going to jail." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Because the things that you do makes money for us, but you keep going to jail." So in this time frame, I love to read. So I was reading the Entrepreneur magazine. And in this magazine, they was talking about nonprofit organizations and how they give back to the community and how they shed light on all the negative things. So I reached out to a young man by the name of Michael Hayes, who also has a nonprofit organization. And I told him that when I came home, I wanted to make a positive difference in my life, the same way I made a negative difference in my life in the communities. So I started Young Struggle while incarcerated. And I started it by giving highlights to people who in prison who were getting their GEDs. We was feeding the whole one side of the prison because the guys that didn't have money coming in and couldn't eat like the rest of us, we didn't want to shun them by bringing them food. So we all put in and fed the whole side of the prison. I named it Young Struggle for the simple fact that culturally, people of a darker hue will forever struggle. No matter how far ahead you get, no matter how intelligent you are, you will forever struggle in this westernized side of the world. And I don't believe that age is a number that defines a person. So I named it Young Struggle.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions on that before I go to the next one? No? Okay. Okay. So I know you said that there's no particular age bracket. Okay. So when you started, did you have a specific target audience, meaning like group of people that you wanted to target, and did it expand from that group, or did you want to start with, like, let me clarify it a little bit. You know how some people, they want to target like young adults, or did you just say no, it's just for everybody?
So my background was drug dealer. It didn't matter who bought the drug. It didn't matter how old you were when you bought the drug. Young-minded, we did stupid things to people older than us, like have them jump in bushes or eat mud pies. So if I didn't care about the age bracket while I was doing all this negative stuff, I don't need to care about the age bracket while I'm doing all this positive stuff. So there was no number limit. I wanted to help any and everybody to redirect and change their steps by showing them that I was a person that went through what you went through, and I changed my steps.
What would you say your greatest strengths are, and what do you think your weaknesses are?
My greatest strength is I look at everybody as myself. So when I reach to support a person, I look within what I would look for if I needed that type of support or help at that time. And my weakness, finding the proper support from people that say that they always support and help.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip and go to a question because that actually leads into one of the questions, but it was further down. What do you look for when you when people want to like help or join your organization? What are your expectations? Like, what do you look for?
Consistency. I don't want to talk. We do enough talking. If you say you're gonna do something, or you say you can do something, or you say you can reach something, do it. We have enough people giving us conversations about what they can do, what should be done, how something should work. But if you stop talking about all of these things and you put forth the action about what you're saying, then the stuff will get done. So, action.
Okay. So how do you maintain the relationship? So let's say if certain things start to, I don't want to say go left, or it's not going exactly the way you want it. How do you maintain the relationship where so okay, two-parter. How do you maintain the relationship and how do you motivate your team?
So, honestly, when stuff go left, Paul handles it. Paul handles it. Direct, uncut, with facts. You said this, you said you was gonna do this, you said it this time. So that's how we do it. We Batman and Robin. And then when they come to me and say, well, Paul said da 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 da, it's like, well, that's what you said. And you know, if he's saying something to you, then you didn't stand on what you said you was gonna do. So only thing we got to do now is stand on what we say. If it becomes overwhelming or something that you can't do, let him or myself know, and then we'll find somebody else or we'll do it. That keeps everybody on a equal playing field, and we hold everybody accountable.
I like that word, accountability. We talked about that last week.
We talk about that every week.
We do, don't we?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so tell me about, or tell us about, tell us about an obstacle. You get on my nerves.
I know.
I'm trying to be serious. All right. Tell us about an obstacle you faced during your creation phase of Young Struggle, and how did you overcome it?
An obstacle that I faced while creating Young Struggle.
Mhm.
I was incarcerated when I did it, so it couldn't touch the masses at that time frame. I had 5.5 more years to do before it was able to touch outside of those walls. How I overcame it, I didn't stop. The things that I'm doing now while free, I was doing while in prison.
So when you came
Feeding
home,
people.
so when you
Go
came
ahead.
home, you didn't have. So when you came home, you didn't have like any like stumps, bumps along the road.
Well, everybody keeps saying that they sick of me paying out of pocket for the things that we do. So I guess my stump would be finding grants or financial backing to do these things, so it's not coming out of my pocket. That's my biggest thing that everybody talk about. But for me, if it wasn't supposed to be done by me, then the seed wouldn't have never been planted to do it. And I've always showed up with how it needed to be paid for. We have did an event every Saturday in August. And not in that, we just gave away 250 pair of Jordans, rented a skating ring, and had a book bag giveaway at a skating park. Last Saturday, we just fed and had a great time with 105 elders for a dance to support them and show them that they're not forgotten. This Saturday coming up, we finna have a back to school dance for the whole county with kids. And my low number is 60 kids. I'm pretty sure we're gonna beat that. The Saturday after that, we finna give away another 200 and something pair of Jordans and book bags and have bouncy houses and food vendors come out just to show this community that, listen, you're not forgotten and it's not nothing that you have to pay for. It's people that genuinely want to give to show you the love and support of what communities stand on. And we ain't talking about just our neighborhoods.
Okay, so how do you build relationships as far as like donors or partnerships that you may come across? Because I'm quite sure somewhere along the road, people are like, hey, I want to, help out, join or whatever. What methods do you use as far as like networking or to, I don't want to say persuade, to encourage people to join your team?
We are connected in city, county, as you hear Paul always rant about. We go to city council meetings. We go to county commissioner meetings. We go to Black business expos and rub elbows. We are connected to the City Chamber of Commerce, which is connected to everything in Asheville. So we go to their mixers. We go to the school board meetings, whether it's county or city, and we have conversations. We wear the shirts, like I have on a shirt now that says Young Struggle. So we wear the shirts, and then when they ask the questions, what is that? 3-minute conversation, a breakdown of what it is, what we're doing, and how we're moving, whether it's a Young Struggle t-shirt, a Black Men Mondays t-shirt, or both organizations tied together. And then if we're not wearing that, and we have on a clothing line t-shirt like Untamed Urban Well, Street Geek, Urban Ugly, and then the new one we finna drop is called Trap Setter. When they ask about it, we say what the money goes to, which is the nonprofits, to be able to do the things in the community. And we break it down in 3 minutes or less.
It's always successful. Have you ever had anybody that was like,
No.
No? For real?
See, I have a background. I have a background of 150 certifications. So when I'm having a conversation with a person, then let me back up. Being in prison, you read people before they even speak. So, like I said, I've been in prison over 20 times. I started going into that facility when I was 12. I stopped when I was in my 30s. So to read people without them saying something, then I know how to have this conversation because you're watching me, because I don't wear suits. I don't wear ties. I got on a sweatsuit with one of my clothing brands, a t-shirt and some baggy jeans with some Jordans, a folded up hat, and some glasses. When I walk in, you automatically say, well, who is he? Because he don't look like he need to be here. Mm-hmm. But the people that know me are the people that's putting it together. So when they come to me, you go to them for the introduction, elevator pitch, everything that I'm doing. So there's no room for the, I don't know. It's, y'all are doing that. So how can we support, or can we partner with whatever y'all doing next, or what are y'all doing next?
So how did you come up with your pitch? Or is it something that just come off the dome or whatever? So I guess my question is, I get that you go to the meetings and you do everything verbally. Do you ever plan? Like, do you ever like sit down and say, hey, this is what my key points are, or did it just roll off?
I don't, because I feel as though, no disrespect to people that do, but I feel as though that's fake, because that's scripted. When you speak from your heart, then that's true facts on what you're talking about, so people can feel that. When they feel it, they want to help it.
So okay, and I understand it. So if someone was to ask you the plan for your nonprofit, like where do you see it going in the next, say, 5 to 10 years? What would you say? Like, how would you go about that? They say, okay, that sounds good, and maybe they want to invest in it. How would you go about that?
Right now, we're trying to come up with $30,000 to get 7 2-bedroom houses to keep people from being incarcerated or can cut their time in a 2-year program called ANA Community, where we have already had conversations with plants that hire felon-friendly people or people who have a substance abuse problem or people who have mental health. I'm a North Carolina peer support specialist, so I have a team of individuals who follow the same thing, who are willing to volunteer services to help guide these individuals through these steps. And I also have anger management trainings. So while we're at this house, every day for 2 hours, you will have anger management, substance abuse classes, mental health breakdown, and gratitude. These individuals will also write letters to their family expressing their deepest sorrows for what they have done to cause them to be separated from their family.
So what selection process do you use for your, and I get consistency, but what is it like? What are your must-haves outside of consistency? Like, how do you select your team? Because the vision is great. Everything is great. Like, what exactly are you looking for outside of that, for as like professionally, engagement, and all of that?
So professionally, we are looking for clinicians that have an open heart and mind, that is not biased and chasing a dollar, but wanting to change the life of a human, who are able to recognize that these things that people are battling are diseases. And regardless if you have walked in that shoe, it is real to the person that's walking in it. And we're looking for people to support that. And if you can't see yourself in that person, then you're not the person to move with us. We can definitely point you to some other organizations that you may be better equipped with. But for us, it's all about you seeing yourself in that person, because you can't help them if you don't. If you can't see that person as a human, there's no way on earth then you're gonna 4:30 in the morning when they call you telling you that they're in crisis, you're not gonna be able to talk them off that ledge or understand what's going on. You're gonna say, "Oh, call me at 9 o'clock, I'm off."
Mhm.
But to that person, that can be life or death. We want people that's answering these calls. We want people that's showing up, whether it's a 5-year-old kid or a 60-year-old person who is a vet.
So how do you decipher that? Because
I have a
one
question.
thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
The people that succeed in like that program that you're helping them with, do you offer them?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they have the opportunity to work for the organization if they like complete? Because I feel that they're great examples too.
Mhm.
Just wondering.
Yeah. So it's a revolving door like a prison door. What you have learned, you can teach the next person. We have mentors that are finna go into the school system that come from backgrounds that help these situations. We have individuals that go into the hospitals and be able to talk to people. Like, we're trying to touch every avenue. And if you become a part of the organization, then you'll be able to pull a person, mentor a person, guide a person, and then we can continue to grow. We're not only just in Asheville. I'm just from Asheville, and I don't want to leave Asheville till I have something, till the seed has been in the soil, we've watered it, and we can see it growing. But Young Struggle started in Asheville. We have a Young Struggle in Rutherford County. We have a Young Struggle in Fayette, Mississippi. We have a Young Struggle in Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, we're not just stuck here. We're growing, and we're trying to branch and match energy. So everything that I'm a part of, I bring this same energy to whatever organization or whatever business that I'm talking to about how we're trying to move and how we can partner in these cities to do events that'll cross tie these names.
Mhm.
I'll be in Baltimore soon.
Question. I like that because I love talking about like personal biases and things like that, and that's great. And I do think that's important, especially when you deal with people when it, on terms of like mental health, substance, and all of those things. But how do you decipher who is not? Because everybody has some type of personal bias. But how do you decipher if this person can be a good fit or if they can culturally fit? Because you have different types of personal bias. Like, how do you like interview that person to know they would be a good fit? Like, what's your system?
So we don't do an interview process. Like, I think next month we're finna do a member lunch, and we're gonna cater and send an invite to all the people that we know in our phones and everybody that we've talked to, and we're gonna have them come to a location, and we're gonna ask them, would you like to be a member of this organization or this one or both? And then we have a questionnaire. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? Like, it's a whole lineup of things that we're gonna ask, and then we'll send emails out if they want to move or if they want to go to a different one.
Mhm.
Another thing that I do is motivational interviewing. Do you know what that
Explain
is?
that. I do. Can you
Motivational interviewing is, yeah. So motivational interviewing is, well, you suggest things and let people answer it for themselves without making them feel like you gave them the answer. So the answer that you're looking for and that they're searching for, they're giving to you. So I ask random questions to get feedback, to keep the conversation going, to see what it is the person is looking to do or how they're trying to move.
y'all have any other questions? Because y'all know I always got a question. I done came up with my head. I done came up with like a couple of them in my head.
Do you see what's going on in these comments right here? Do you see that?
No. No word. Yes, y'all do.
Okay.
But
We'll get to that very soon.
I guess my other question would be, and this is not one that I wrote down, this is just from you talking. Like, okay, you do the motivational interviewing, and let's just say, you know, I always gotta do the devil's advocate thing. This person become a member of your team. You're like, hey, yeah, you good fit. They're like, I'm all in, da da da, and then you find out like they really not a good fit. Like, how do you go about that?
They gone. I answer that for them. They gone. Nobody got time for no bullshit. It's all about doing for the people.
A lot of times it's not.
That's why, Paul. I suggest that you run for fucking mayor of Asheville. I think
There's not no time for none of that shit. If they want to be a part of the organization, they see what we doing.
Yeah.
You can't come in and do that yourself. Don't come in there, because if you come in there half step, I'm gonna call you out.
And
he
you know
gonna put
what?
you out.
You're a man of the people. Okay, you're a man of the people. We need people like you, because you have the one thing that most people lack, and that's accountability. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what we run on. You heard what he said, accountability. We do.
Exactly.
So what do you look for? Do you look for anything as far as like certification, like, you know, different things, or just they just have to want to be a part? Outside of the clinician part.
Knowledge muted.
Repeat that. As far as, are we looking for certifications?
Yeah, outside of like clinicians and things like that. Because if I get the lunch and then you don't do like an interview process, I think for me that's kind of open, and that leaves room for like a hit or miss type thing. You kind of go as you go along. So how do you navigate that?
So I guess the storm is messing with my computer because it's going in and out. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Is he frozen?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me? You froze? Yeah, he froze.
I think he froze.
He froze up.
My camera's going in and out, and I can't hear y'all.
Oh, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Yeah.
I'm at.
Okay, you're moving now.
There you go. You're moving.
Oh, this is no.
You went out.
Rich, can you type for him to log out and then come back in? Let me text him. So y'all talk amongst yourselves, please. So go ahead, Q. Tell us about your day.
Oh God. So today we're going to Project L Part 2.
You fucking them seeds up.
Yeah.
I
Sunflower
want
seeds,
some.
baby. Sunflower seeds, the barbecue kind, baby.
I want
That's how I
some.
get down, baby. Especially when I'm high.
I was eating a beef stick. I was eating a
The Slim Jim.
no, it's
That
just
man,
a beef stick.
Oh,
that
okay.
man
Sorry.
was mighty wrong, wasn't it?
All right.
Not like
It's the jumbo. It's the jumbo, Paul. You got the big one, so I can eat it the whole
You
show.
know what? Why do we always go here? Why?
I'm going back on mute. I'm going back on mute.
Yeah, you look.
Hello?
Yeah, you like a lot of meat in your mouth.
Hello?
don't
No
No, she
Diddy.
don't.
No Diddy, not me. It's straight to danger.
She can't even swallow pills, so that's definitely not
you?
happening.
Wow.
I'd be like, you
Right.
want to swallow? No, she'd be like, I can't take them.
I knew that life was not for me ever. That was not in my book.
Okay, back we went back. Sorry, I'm sorry. I forgot what my question was. Oh, I know what it was. Outside of clinicians, because I know you were talking about like your how you select your team, how you select the people that you're gonna, partner with and work with. So outside of clinicians, how do you like that wasn't it. I can't go. Let's just go to the next one because that wasn't the question. Now you already answered it. Let's just go to the next one. So what role I get word of mouth, but what role does technology play in your organization and how you expand? You're on mute. You're on mute.
So, can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Okay. The last thing I heard you say before I heard No Diddy was, do we take clinicians or would we be willing to take clinicians?
No, skip that because we already.
We
I couldn't
will
remember
because
the
we're going
last
to need
question.
therapy.
No, skip that. You already answered that. It was a different question. I can't remember what it was. So we're gonna move to the next one until I can remember that one. What role does technology play in your organization?
What will what play?
What role
What
does
role does
technology?
technology play?
How do you utilize technology?
What role would technology play? It will
Yeah.
play a significant role because you'll be able to reach out further. It'll play an amazing role because if you say you're in Baltimore and you've heard of Young Struggle and you like, hey, what can I do to be part of Young Struggle? We can have these conversations and I don't have to travel so much and we can reach broader people by using technology and advancing. It's easier to break down certain situations. We can have peer groups, computer ran led peer groups online. You can have anger management classes on. So it has its benefits.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's a storm where he is, so there's some technical difficulties. He and Paula having some issues. My
How
apologies.
would you like, are
We
you
got one
guys
too.
going to get into more AI based things to help advance the organization? Could you hear me? I'm on mute. Hello?
No, I can hear you.
Coco's on mute.
No, I think he has a delay from the
I can
storm.
hear you now.
Oh,
It just came through
okay.
now.
Oh, okay. Do you understand what I was asking you? Or did you want me to repeat the question?
You can repeat
No, it
it.
went out. The storm
I
is
said,
hitting. So y'all have a
uh,
storm and we have a storm too. So
yeah. So, how would you utilize AI to further advance the organizational goals?
I will have classes to help people understand what AI is and the benefits that it has. I don't. So I like chess, and I won't chess. You learn more by playing it. So I don't like using AIs, even though the world is switching to AIs. I would just offer classes or have people come teach or facilitate classes on how to use AI.
Mm-hmm. But would you like to have it? Would you like for it to be to enhance your organization? And what way would that take shape?
Probably grant funding, finding grants, then being able to properly articulate how the grant should be strategically put together by using the AI, and then teach people how to search for grants that way and how to use it.
I don't know if you answered this. I took some medicine, so I'll be forgetting things at times. But
Mm-hmm.
did you say that y'all do job readiness too, like help people learn how to
Mm-hmm.
like prepare, like build a resume, do interview training, things like that? I think that's dope. That's dope. Because things like that, I know that be
It's
needed.
crazy
So
that you asked that question. I just had a woman right before this inbox me about helping her daughter get into the passion that she has. So she had a job, it wasn't her passion job. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to call the connections that I have that aligns with this passion job, that also is felon friendly, that is also substance abuse friendly, that is also mental health friendly. Even though this person does not have those situations, we're going to subtract all the things that can hinder a person moving forward in their greatness. So when she reached out, I was honored, and she didn't think that I would do it. And I'm like, yes, this is what I live for. I would call them right now, but it's after 5 o'clock. So I got to call at 8 o'clock in the morning. But definitely, we definitely do workforce development. We definitely do housing safety. Like yes.
wait a minute, not to cut you off, Paul, and thing he trying to get in. I'm listening.
I'm gonna text him.
Yeah, so we do all those because it's essential. Like I said, I came home and I didn't have my previous times. I didn't have a positive role model to help me step into my potential. My dad was an amazing chef. My mom is an amazing cook. I wouldn't have never jumped in the kitchen, even though I was always on their hip, until I realized how much peace it brings me by connecting me to both of them. So if we don't figure out what would keep you in your job space, a job that you love, not a job that you like to get by, because as soon as you get to that boiling point, you're gonna have to either talk yourself down or walk yourself out. So if I can help you get a job that you love, say you love cooking, I can get you as a line prep or a chef or a prep cook or a sous chef or in a little pop-up cook shop, you're gonna love that.
What's your veterinarian's connection like? Cause I like animals. I know y'all think I'm joking. I'm dead serious.
No, I know you got love for your dog, I know that. Just like I got love for mine.
Listen, man, if I cannot work with people, no offense to the humans, I work with animals. I feel you on that passion thing, man. You sitting here, I'm sitting here like, dang, man, if I could just get up the mud and go, you feel me, like rub on some pets and take them for a walk and get paid for that.
Right.
Do you know how
Right.
ideal life would be? And that's what more people need in life, like to be doing more of what they like than what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
right?
got a question. So
And
what
see,
does your
we
preparation
open
look
a
like?
number
So what does the preparation look
for
like for like the different groups and the different trainings and all of those things? I know this from me. I'm probably one of the organized people. There has to be a structure to it for it to make sense and for it to be successful. So how do you go into preparing these things and make sure that it's beneficial and that it's going to be successful for the best outcomes for the people that's participating?
oh, we have meetings within ourselves, and everybody brings something to the table, and then we figure out how to put it together so that it reflects every single one of us instead of just one of us. Paul had an idea, and we talked about it. We broke it down. I destroyed it. He told me his pros, his cons. We set it on the table, and then we did it. Like we literally have discussions where your voice is literally heard. If I feel a way about it, then I ask you, hey, help me understand why this, why you want to do this, why this group of people, why in this area, why this time frame. And then it's like it benefits this way. This just to give you case in point. We had a disagreement about a bus. He wanted the city to give us all the buses to make sure the kids get to the event. I just wanted one bus. And to me, it made more sense city-wise for them to just give us one bus. You can't complain about just one. And he like, nah, if we get all of them, then we ain't got to worry about nobody saying they couldn't get a ride. And when he first mentioned it, that didn't click with me because I was stuck on, nah, they're going to turn down all the buses, bro. Let's just get this one, and that's a win. So after he got out the car, he took a breath. I took a breath. We called each other, and he was like, "This is what I'm saying, nephew." And I made the call, and this is what's going on. And I'm like, "That make a lot of sense. I get it now." At the time, this is what I was thinking, and this is why I said that. We have these type conversations so that everybody's heard and understood, and then we can see how to best move forward.
What was the outcome? Did y'all get all the questions? Did I
Yeah,
miss that
I'm
part?
here for it.
Yeah.
So
Y'all got
No,
all
I
the
thought
the
Paul
woman
was
right.
that's why I paused.
Okay, well, no, right now because see the woman that's over the woman at the transit, she said, well, the kids are already riding for 50 cents. But I'm trying to tell this woman, damn woman, if the kids already riding for 50 cents, you don't see all the kids riding the buses now. So in order for all the kids to be able to have the non 50 cent ride, you gotta make it free for all the kids. Well, not just for the kids that can ride for 50 cents, or the kids that don't have 50 cents can ride for free. Make it free for all the kids for 4 hours that day. That day, from 4 to 8. That's all we ask.
How much in advance notice was that? Or like what did y'all
That
just like
was
go to the
We
hearing and
gave
say
them
was there a proposal? Like how did that go about? I'm intrigued.
we did
Yeah,
it.
well,
We gave them enough time to be able to do it.
What's enough time?
So
No, I'm asking about a proposal because sometimes when we
for
propose,
them,
it gives the structure.
yeah. So our bus system, you would think that that's how it would work logistically, but they'll tell you, "Oh, come into the office and let's talk." So what we did was we went through the resources that we already have in the position to be able to do it. That's over the transit as far as city goes. We went to her directly, and then the person that's in the office of the transit. It's just the middle boss was like, well, they already paying 50 cents. What's the point in giving it to them for free? So instead of going back and forth, we just left that alone because, like I stated to begin with, we have enough vehicles that neighborhoods to pick up kids them up.
Okay.
But we do, like we reached out to Walmart. We put a letter together with Walmart with a list of everything that we trying to do to. We was trying to do the VIP tent. So the VIP tent had your own cooler with ice, some drinks in it, and we wanted Walmart to donate a fruit bowl where they would just give some grapes, some oranges, some apples, something that's like $2-3 that ain't gonna really hurt nothing. So we sent that to him, explaining everything that we was doing and what we were looking for and why. And then the lady said, "Oh, this is amazing. I don't see why it'd be a problem, but let me ask my supervisor and send him the email and then tag you into it." His response time, because he was on vacation, is not enough time for us to be able to do everything we need to do. Like I said, this is going to be on the 30th. We reached out to him the beginning of June.
Okay. What's your overall goal? Like, what's your goal? What's your ladder? What's your goal overall?
My ladder is the clouds. My goal is a footprint. I can't, because like we send boxes that have stuff for people who are finna have a baby 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Then every month we pamper and get haircuts and do fingernail pedicures and massages to people who are forgot about every month. So I can't put a goal on it, because we touching everything from birth to death, all in between.
So where would you like to see your organization within the next 5 years?
About 4 more states mirroring each other, and then being able to grab all the members in each state and take them somewhere nice to show them how grateful I am for the work that they do and wanting to be a part of it.
Let me
What's
ask
that you have in mind?
Let me ask you. How would you handle? Because with people are egotistical, right? They can be egotistical. How would you handle someone with a large ego that's a part of your organization? How would you humble him?
Is he frozen? Is he
He
frozen?
frozen.
Oh, Paul,
Yes, darling.
as one of the, as his like partner in the organization, what can you answer that? Like, what do you think will happen? We're gonna wait for him to come back.
See, there's a reason that I'm not in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thing is this right here. There's zero tolerance for bullshit.
Right.
You humble yourself when you join the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, we are humble, except for when, like I say, going after these crooked ass people that's running this town. I'm not humble about that. I'm not gonna be contrite and all apologetic about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
When I come at you about doing us wrong, I'm coming at you all barrels.
Mhm.
But now, when it comes to dealing with people and getting our community together, we humble ourselves for that. Because like he said, he been locked up over 20 times. I've been locked up from the time I was 13 until I was 50. So shit. So
Yeah, that's very humbling.
yeah.
That alone is humbling.
And I told him, I said, hey, you know, seeing people out here struggling to make it and to watch people continuously take from them,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't fly too good with me.
Right.
So yeah. So you gotta be humble when you even come. You gotta be humble even just a step. Because if I feel some kind of way about you and I sense arrogance about you, I'm gonna say something to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he might give you a shot and see what's up. But me, I will keep my distance from you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do fake people. I can't do them. Arrogant, nope, I can't do him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, he's back.
So Q was asking, how would you go about? He was saying, you know how there's always like some people, I think men and women have an ego. How would you handle or deal with someone
That's the egotistical one,
who
Cole.
has an ego?
Hello, hello.
Listen, I called you so that I can hear. So
Oh,
in case it
okay.
frees up again, that's why I just called you.
Oh, let me call you back.
I didn't talk to you, hang up the phone. She done hung up the phone.
She's looking at that number. She was looking at that number. I don't recognize this number.
Why are we talking? Oh my god.
I don't
Okay.
recognize this number. I don't. This
The
is
question
press
was,
the button.
how would you like in your organization, how would you handle that?
So what I would do is pull him to the side and say, hey, we need to have a conversation because it's been some things that has been brought up stating that you're feeling this type of way or you want to move this type of way. And before it gets out of hand, you have to remember the people that we're trying to help are looking at you. So they're going to mimic what you're doing, and we don't want to give out something negative.
Or you can do it the Paul way.
So
Paul will beat your ass. You know, that's what Paul would do.
Yeah, hit put his things on. Leave it up to Paul. He'll beat your ass.
Yeah, he'll beat your ass.
see, that's
That's
No.
straight it up for me.
I told you why I'm not in charge. Because see, he a reason with you and try to see what's up with you. And I'm saying if I feel some kind of way about you, then you just gotta go. But no, like I said, everything gotta go through him. And like I said, they don't come in humble. There ain't no way in the world they gonna be humble enough to be with us anyway.
Paul is like judge, jury, and executioner and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like him.
Q. Ask my nephew what my monitor is.
Where's the monitor?
My moniker.
Oh, where's Monica? Here's Monica.
He might be froze.
He on me.
I'm not messing with that pit bull.
The hitman. That's what they call me, the hitman.
I'm not messing with that pit bull.
They call me the hitman.
He's a pit bull that he's in the Chihuahua body, and he's a pit bull, and he comes straight at you. And the thing that everybody love about him is he come with facts.
Yeah.
He ain't coming with just some BS just because he don't like you. He has sat back, he's watched, he's documented it. He's even threw out something to you to let you know, like, tighten up, because I'm coming.
Right.
And then you don't get it, and then he'll say, I talked to my nephew about you, and my nephew told me to give you a chance. I just want you to stand on what you say. So when it come out, that's when you see the hitman, because he's gave you ample opportunity for all the things for you to fix who you are and the situation. And people just don't take heed.
No.
So the next question I also put in a private chat in case anything happens. So I'll just put them there to try to keep it going smoothly.
Yeah.
So the question is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a nonprofit organization? You on mute.
So I was on mute because I thought you wanted me to answer in the chat. I was writing in the chat my answer. That's why I keep getting on mute. I'm trying to answer both ways.
No,
I would
we
tell
need to
that
talk.
person, never give up on what you want to do. Are you laughing at me? Miss Jude, you laughing at me?
A little bit. You fit right in with the rest of us nuts.
Don't feel I'm a little touched.
Hey, ain't no nut. I came from a nut.
I told you that's what
Yeah,
Eve
I would
had.
tell them never give up. Oh my God, you and Eve and them nuts. But I would tell them never give up, no matter what a person says, no matter how hard it get. And always remember, if you reach 1 or 1 trillion people, you've reached somebody that needed to be reached.
If they asked you, where do I start? What would you say?
If they ask me where do they start,
I'd say start within,
I would say
and then go when you have
first
when you
figure
get
out
within.
who you want to
Damn
help.
it, Q. Wait, I'm sorry. That was not for Q. That was for
No,
you.
hello. I mean, I'd say go within, because you got to start within before you can go outward. If you're mentally fucked up, how you gonna do outreach? Because you're gonna be sending the wrong message to a positive thing. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, outreach. You should do outreach.
Coco, you muted again. Oh,
Yeah, you're muted.
I had
yeah,
on
he went out. Yeah, yeah, but say he went out
He
again.
lost. Yeah, he went out. I just
No,
heard
I
some
think
thunder over here.
yeah, I think the whole organization though it sounds dope as I don't know what.
Yeah, it is
The
dope.
crazy thing is it is more like more things like that is needed, across the board. I think they probably got they have programs and stuff. Yeah, I know they used to. I don't know what they still do have, but I know it used to be like job readiness programs, and there
Oh
was a
yeah.
program because I had a family member who went through one of those like an organization to help her get
Exactly.
clean, and then they hired them after, and help them find
Right.
housing, all that stuff. So
Right.
I think, and then a lot of that stuff disappear, you know, and then to see like now, the people taking it over their souls, and doing these things that help other people. I think it's dope. And shout out to your daughter though, because she sounded like she was the backbone to kind of push you, like yeah. Shout out to her for putting that oomph behind you to help you get this whole thing going. Because I think that's dope too. Family is important, especially when you got somebody that believe in you. When you taking a step like this, man, that matters the most. And then you got somebody like
Yeah.
Paul on your team, man. Come on, man. I think you
But
you was
it's like
set up
that's
to
the
do this.
Asheville Mafia.
Yeah, man. I
That's
feel
the
like you was set up.
Asheville Mafia. I wouldn't fuck with them. I tell the white boys, don't go through Asheville. You got to go through Paul and Knowledge. Okay? You don't want to fuck with them.
The governor and the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to pay a toll tax.
Oh my God.
That's
No,
what
I
y'all,
don't
the
know what
governor
y'all
and the
step
mayor.
into, but no.
You got to pay a
Hey,
toll tax to go
hey,
see
no.
them.
Understand though. We love y'all for. I love you for what y'all saying, and I love it. But understand though, we just genuine. See, it ain't too many people
Yeah.
around here like that. And see,
Correct.
everything that we trying to touch on is basically what they removed from us back in the day.
Yep.
Bring back the jobs for the teens. Get these teens off the streets. Show them that they still matter. Keep them involved and stuff. The
Yeah.
elders, let the elders know, hey, y'all's voices still matter as well. Y'all
You know
not
what, though?
forgotten.
You know what?
You-
You know what? The way this society is built, right? And everybody's asleep. A lot of people are asleep. Okay, like 85% of the population is asleep. Okay, let's break that shit down right from here. The 10% lying to them, 5% only know what the fuck's going on. Okay, now when we reach out to these people, some of the 85ers may listen, some may get involved, some may shun it away. For the most part, they'll shun it away because all they care about is following the herd. I love to be around people who think because they make me better. People who utilize and exercise common sense. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of that around here. Not here in Atlanta, not in Baltimore, not in New York, not in Asheville, not in fucking LA, nowhere. It's a lot of dumb shit going on. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. Just too much dumb shit going on. We need positive organizations like this. We had it back in the 60s. Until what? COINTELPRO, right? Why not rebuild it? You see, we can do. We pretty much taking over this goddamn cursed fucking nation anyway. Colored people are taking that shit over.
We
Shit.
gotta come together though.
Yeah, we will. Because
That's our problem.
the
We
problem
don't want
is,
to come together to support each other to be able
yeah,
to make the change or the difference.
you want to know why? Because people love politics, right? They love being politically, quote unquote, politically connected in some way, shape, or form. They can watch something from CNN. Hey, I'm politically connected, or you know, I'm well aware of what's going on in Washington. No, you don't. You're not there. You're on a couch in fucking Los Angeles.
No.
But
Most people.
Can I read?
Most,
I'm sorry. Can I read this comment, please?
go
Because
ahead.
I like it. So this is from Daytrick. Daytrick said they need they need rec back to school. Need to bring back social workers that give jobs. That's something I know I see here like in Baltimore. I remember there was a time where the recreations, the summer camps and everything was like popping. There was something for the children to do. You had like resource centers, things like that, which we talked about like job readiness and things like that. But you had centers that you can go to where people who were certified in training to make sure that you had those tools. And when it comes down to the social workers, there's social workers everywhere, everywhere. I think the issue is now that it's so structured that you have to be a part of a program, but you got to know what the program is for you to be a part of it.
right,
And they break it down into different areas. So you may have a social worker that, let's say, do psychology, but then you have another one that just does another area and that they specialize in. And I think that's the bracket. So it goes back to what you guys talked about, like as far as like talking to your local politicians and doing things so that you can know what programs are there, speak on what's needed for your community. So we speak about what's needed, but we don't speak about it on the right platforms as far as like your city halls, your town hall meetings, things like that, to say this is what we need in this community, and then it can move forward.
And I say something to piggyback off of what Coco said. Those programs were here in Baltimore. And then our school board and our government stole the money
Yeah.
and had big bonuses and all that stuff. The Channel 13 been investigating the school board since I've been in high school, since I've probably been in middle school for real. And they just getting to the bottom line of they took a lot of things out of school. My senior year was one of the worst times. And anybody who graduated when I graduated, not ashamed to say, class 2003. That year in Baltimore City, if you did not go to a decent school, it was horrible. They were shutting down schools. They were breaking them up. Taking funding out, cutting classes, all types of crap. And
Mm.
so be careful with who you um get involved government wise, because no offense, I just don't trust them, because they did themselves dirty and they took a lot out of the education system. So I agree, we do need recreation centers, and not just Baltimore, across all the urban communities in the United States. You need that, because when we did have that growing up, it was better. You know,
More
we
productive
we
kids.
had things to do. We
Yeah,
was in
more
school.
productive kids.
I don't even think they teach home ec no more. You got people say they didn't even have home ec in school.
they took away.
No, they
They
just
took
took
away
it away.
home.
Did you
They
see
took.
the thing? It was on the news. I'm sorry, Q, but it pisses me off because they had those when they took away that SNAP ED program. That's what that was used for, to teach the children how to shop, which goes back into what Jude and I was talking about earlier. A lot of these programs that's being cut we
You want
only
to know why they're
on
being cut
Medicaid.
though?
Hold on, we only focusing on Medicaid, but those other ones are being cut. But the people that is the people that it's affecting the most are the children. So when as that's being cut, they took that whole program out of school. So we gotta pay attention to the curriculum because when that started happening, we start noticing a curriculum change.
Yeah.
So a lot of like parents, I think, should be more involved. Go to them parent teacher conferences. Go to the school board. I know for a fact when even down to my grandkids. Like you go to the parent teacher, you hardly see parents there. Even when my kids was in school, they were hardly there. But there was a difference in the county school system and the city school system. When my kids was in the city, I'm thinking, okay, that was just the teachers. You hardly saw a parent, but then you'll see with the county curriculum, oh, they there front and center. So and it's a huge difference in the curriculum, what they're taught, what they have, just everything is just different. So we just gotta really pay attention to that. But they just took that out.
And if you wonder why certain generations can't cook, it's
Yep.
because they took home ec out.
That and I remember when I was in high school, which was a long, 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 long time ago.
So long ago.
And I almost forgot about it. Um, um, they had shop classes, they had home ec, you know what I'm saying, and PE. I don't even think they have PE anymore.
Nah.
I'm like, so you expect these high school kids to just sit there for what 5-6 hours a day, and they got pent up energy. Okay, they're in the hormonal stages of life. You know what I'm saying? They're in the hormonal stages. Man meets woman. You know what I'm saying? And how you supposed to release that energy? I mean, you can't go into the bathroom and do it. You might get caught. You can't do it outside school grounds. You might get caught. So how does one deal with that type of tension?
But I don't know how they deal with everywhere else. But as
You
Boosie
got to be
said,
clever. You got
Baltimore,
to
we
be clever.
outside.
Okay. Not to cut y'all off, but I wanted to go back to something. Knowledge wanted to answer that he didn't get a chance to. Again, he's having some technical they're having a bad storm where he is. So forgive us. So the question was what so a person who wanted to start a nonprofit organization and they like, I don't know where to go, who to talk to first. Is there a building or where would you tell them to start?
I would tell them to start with finding a person or individuals who are like-minded and as passionate as he is or they are with whatever their nonprofit is geared for. If their nonprofit is geared for homelessness, then find like-minded people who have the same drive and passion to break that cycle, whether it's with them finding a facility, finding space to have outside tents for these individuals. But I think that you must first find what your passion is, then find like-minded people. And if a facility is where you're going, then look for funding in your city or state where they donate buildings to you, and then pitch your idea to those government officials or city officials that have that ability to give that to you, and then build a partnership relationship with county commissioners and city county government, and then those who are in that area that you're passionate about.
You're on mute, Coco.
She
My,
talking
my
to
bad.
him.
My bad. So question. I'm gonna ask it publicly. You heard it, right? So it's something that I like to ask everybody who come up. What advice would you give to your younger self?
The advice I would give to my younger self is don't let the path that you walk through hinder why it was created for you.
That's it. I like that though, but that was it. See, I be talking to myself like I don't know what. Girl, listen.
You be on mute half the time. I'm trying to find out. We got to get that technical difficulty fixed. We need to
No,
hear your voice all the time.
no. So the purpose of me doing the mute was because when he frees, because I still have him on the phone.
Yeah.
So I can ask him the question first, just in case he doesn't like hear it and it goes in and out, because
Yeah.
they're having a storm. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing what's probably going to happen is you're gonna come back when we got some good weather. Well, you're gonna come back anyway, and then you can kind of get some more information and all of that good stuff.
Anytime I make the space, I'm being told that I need to do this more because I keep trying to send Paul to go talk, and he be like, "No, you the one need to talk." So I have to get used to these moments.
I think you did right really well. I agree with you. The organization is amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I like your vision. I like the purpose. I like where you're headed. Um, I think it's great. Like you're expanding. You're already in other states. You're networking. You're meeting other people. So I think along the way you're going to meet some great people, um, and just like expand and be great. So I agree with Paul, and I think it's best coming from you. This is your baby. You know what I mean? Like this, you're the best person to do it and put the best foot forward. And you can tell you're passionate when you talk about it. This is something that you live and breathe and that you feel, and people need to see that and feel that to resonate with it. And I think with that, you'll gain even more, partnerships and people who want to like support your cause.
You froze again. You on mute.
Yeah. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
he's on mute. You're on mute. All
Y'all
right.
got
For me,
any questions?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You wanted to go?
I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. Anytime. Wayne down with you though. Cause I know Q look like he ready. Q ready to start.
Start what? What? See? You see? See? This
Okay, so I do have a question. What do you have? I know you said you have some things coming up, but can you tell people what do you have coming up, where they can support you, where they and like as far as like your socials and they can keep up with what events you have coming up in the future and all of that.
So, you can follow me on Facebook under my dad's name, Alfred D. Beard Nelson. I post everything that we do and the things that we're doing, not even in Asheville. Young Struggle has its own Facebook page, and it's Young Struggle. Then you can also follow on Black Men Monday because we all do allow. The things that we're about to do, again, we're finna do the whole county kid bash, which is this Saturday coming up. And then after that, we doing the book bag tennis shoe giveaway. In
Yeah,
September, we finna do our first senior pamper day with.
yeah, we
Oh,
getting it
so
bad.
all right. So
yeah.
let me ask Paul.
We're getting it
Oh,
bad. Am I still there?
no,
Yeah.
Look like I'm,
I can hear you.
no, you're fine. We gonna keep it going. So Paul, do me a favor, because I know I see you post about the Black Men Mondays. Can you
Uh-huh.
tell us? Can you tell us more about that?
Black Man Monday is also a branch of Young Struggle as well. We partner with them to basically give them more leverage with what they were doing as far as being in the schools, because my nephew, he was already partially in the school, and then getting Black Man Monday into the county schools basically brought all that together too. And Black Man Monday, he is a very important integral part of that as well. So I think they want him to be the president, but I think he's just gonna hold on to the vice president right now. But I think they want him to be the president of that. I'm not sure how that's going. But anyway, we all work together. We all work together. We got. I cannot be on here and not mention Day Day and Brandon. I got to mention them because hey, we all got our parts to play and we all play them. So that makes a team. So it's TEAM. It's not me. It's not I. It's we, us. Yeah. Oh, he's back now.
I know you just gonna fill in when the storm kick him out. That's all. So we can...
Okay. Well, everything seems to be clear now. The storm might be going. Am I moving faster?
So the Black Man Mondays, is that just open for any age group, or is it specified to a certain group, or no?
It's just titled Black Men Mondays. It's not just black men. It's not just for blacks. So we do have lighter pigmentation people that are on there. We do have
Well, I like how
females
you
that
said
are.
that.
Oh yeah.
Lighter pigmentation people. Jude,
So
we gotta use that.
yeah. And then Black Men Mondays push and focus
You said lack of
is
pigmentation.
youth. So they thrive hard inside of the school systems, advocating for youth. And we go to courthouses, we're at graduation speaking, we're inside the schools checking on grades and all of that. And that's Black Men Mondays part of it. They are pushing for me to be the president, but at the moment, I am the director of community engagements for Black Men Mondays.
Okay.
So
Okay. So you gotta say that again because you said that real with your chest out.
He did.
You see how he broke it down?
no.
You see the heart in that what he said.
Yes.
That's what it means.
I know that's right. Congratulations. I
Don't
love
do
it.
that. Don't do that.
What?
Yeah,
No, that's
thank
you
you.
better do you better do that. You supposed to say it with your chest. You supposed to be proud of that. One, I said it before, like I think I told I was talking to you, like even you telling your story
I'm about to go get another
and to
beer.
what you accomplished now, you should be proud. You should not
Mhm.
you wear that because you did that. You worked hard for it, and granted, yes, you have your support, you have everything, but your vision came to life, and not only did it come to life, you expanded it, and you started it at a point where some people wouldn't even know. But yeah, that goes to say how strong mentally you are to start something like that in a place
Yeah.
that's meant to keep you down. And you did that. I mean, you and your I don't know what to call them. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but y'all did that. You know what I mean? And I think that's commendable and that's something to celebrate. So when you have these accomplishments, and you have these roles in these organizations that's giving back, especially not only to the communities but to young people, and you don't have a cap on it, that's amazing. You're supposed to be proud of that. You better.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I tell him all the time, Cole. I tell him, I say, man, you gotta talk for yourself. You gotta let people know. I say I can only say so much for you. You gotta get out here and let people know. You are the one that felt all this and thought all this and brought all this about. I came along right here in Nashville and nobody else was wanting to believe in you. What you got when you started right here in Nashville, nobody wanted to believe and support, but you brought all this to forefront. So yeah, get out here and tell people. Now they know. They got the face with what's going on behind Young Struggle, Black Man Monday, Untamed Urban Wear, the Black Bag, Street Geek, Urban Wear, the new stuff, all kind of stuff. The Queens Empowering Queens, all kind of stuff we ain't connected with. I mean, if it weren't for him, I just probably spend a whole lot of
I
time up there
definitely,
city council getting on their ass. But that gives me an outlet to get out here and help people.
I,
Yeah. Okay.
I want to give a shout out to PG Multicultural Community Center, and they're in Waynesville. They do a lot of things for that area. They bought a school. The founder of it bought the school that her parents went to and turned it into a community center for all kids, especially BIPOC kids. And it's generational because her dad and mom still come help out. And then her daughter is one of the teachers who's also running for a seat in that county. So that community, and to be able to support and partner with them, and like you said, Queens Empowering Queens, Strong. We partner with one of my brothers that's from Baltimore who has a ministry who lives down here now. So yeah, we definitely have a network of people around here who are really putting forth the work and not just talking about it.
We have a question for you from Avila. J Bear. He said, Knowledge said something about building. How I do that. And you have to excuse him. He's always going to be really vague. So just whatever you think it is. We love him to death. He's one of our best supporters. So yeah, yeah.
I think he was saying it. I think he was saying it in a networking sense. Um,
Q.
I think he was saying
I
it in a
know him
networking
personally.
sense.
Trust me, that's right.
That's what I got from
That's
it.
so Baltimore. How I do that.
How I do that.
I'm
All
on
right.
mute.
So what's going on with this awkward silence?
We waiting for Knowledge. He said getting a building for a company. See, I told you, I knew you was off cue. Because I know him. He gotta be specific.
Not Pacific. Atlantic.
Right.
He gotta be Atlantic.
I thought it was Indian.
So that question was for Knowledge. So
Ocean.
let me reread it. He was like, Knowledge says something about, so he's saying getting a building for a company. He
How
said,
do he do that?
yes, thank you, too.
How do you do that?
You go to your local government and you ask them, do they have any that they're leasing out for nonprofits based off whatever your nonprofit is? And what would it look like for them to partner with, or because they have these lots, penny buildings, dollar lots, dollar buildings, and it's just where they've been holding the building for so long and it's been empty and nobody's done it with it and they don't want to tear it down or sell it out. You can take your nonprofit organization and ask them, how can your nonprofit organization receive this facility for XYZ of what you want to do? Or you can go directly to the Register of Deeds and look up the address for it and see if you can pay the taxes on it to be able to get it.
I just don't want to do I guess you would consider a nonprofit. I think here part of it is in order to get them, they want you to have all of this additional like licensing and things like that. So part of it, they want you to have a proposal for what you're going to do. Is when you say you want it for certain things, they want to put it in writing. So I think it's important to look up, or even network with some people to see how to write your proposal for what it is that you want to do. That's the only thing with here. They want so much, and they'll keep denying it until you get all of this paperwork in. That was the thing that I noticed when I went and I looked it up, and then I was trying. They wanted a proposal. They wanted to know like where the funding was going to come from and all kinds of other stuff. It was weird.
Well,
J Bear just said open up a non-profit Raven shop.
I feel you. Yes.
This is
Ravensburg,
why
we be
I
seeing
don't
it. We
read
will
his
be seeing it.
comments, and we can't take him seriously. This is a serious conversation. Nobody's asking nothing about the Ravens. Nobody's asking nothing about that. But I ain't even gonna say nothing because y'all know y'all see my squad.
Well, since nobody asked
You
anything
what?
about the Ravens, did make sure y'all watch y'all next game, and did y'all see the last one? But anyway,
I was busy watching the Patriots win.
We
I was
play
getting
you
ready to say
guys. We
something and
play
I
you
forgot.
guys tomorrow night. You know. We play
Oh,
you
I'm
guys
on your
tomorrow
line.
night.
I'm sorry, Knowledge.
I'm going
Real
to
quick
watch
break.
this game with great
Q,
interest.
I'm on your line. So watch. Answer the phone when I call you.
Okay.
I'm on you.
What that mean? What that
Uh-oh.
mean?
That
What
means ring, ring, ring.
That mean,
Ring,
hey,
ring,
hey,
ring, ring.
you
You
can ring
you
my
you know
ding all
I don't want
day,
to hear it. I
all
fell
night.
asleep.
you know what that mean? That mean I ain't gonna be watching that game tomorrow because it's gonna be bullshit. The Ravens ain't playing, so I don't
Oh
care.
God.
Yeah, hater. Spoken like a true hater. You see, no, they
But
say them.
but
You know how them crabs do.
The
I will
raisins.
say this in my gambling thing. I
Mhm.
will vote for the Patriots because I'd be damned if I vote for the
Oh, you a fan?
other team.
You
Now,
such a
I
fan.
am a fan. I got some free tokens, so I need to vote. I need to use them for something.
Out of all the teams, though, y'all see who she said she was gonna put that money on, though, right?
That's what playing them up.
It's
That's what
Right,
playing
preseason.
them up.
It's fucking
right. But
preseason.
you see, she could have held it. You know what I mean?
She
But
didn't
no,
say that
she
for the
didn't even
regular
Listen,
say.
season when
She
it
didn't even
count.
say I'm gonna hold it and bet on my team.
I've been on
Yeah,
my
but
team
it's
3 times
preseason.
She
already.
said
It's
I'm
I,
gonna bet
preseason.
on
It
I
them.
don't
bet on
count.
my team 3 times, and I got 2 more tokens. This is my
What
wild
are
card
those
when I need to
tokens
win some money.
what are those tokens good for?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Absolutely
so I can
nothing.
play blackjack.
All right,
Blackjack? That's
okay,
all?
hold
No
on,
poker?
hold on.
No
So leave
I'm
the break.
crazy.
canasta?
I'm sorry.
Hold on, we gotta go back to knowledge. I'm sorry, we gotta go break to do
I
that.
mean,
I'm so sorry.
blackjack? That's the most basic game
Look,
We
ever.
we'll talk, Q. We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
we gotta go back to knowledge. So knowledge. So okay, let me read your private chat. Hold on. You said you can follow at Young Struggle. Is that on Instagram? Okay, it's at Young Struggle, Black Man Mondays. Okay, this is all on Facebook. At Young Struggle, YOUNGSTRUGGLE, Black Men Mondays, Alfred D. Baird Nelson. That is ALFRED, the
Uh-huh.
letter D, BAIRDNELSON. And then you have 8/23/25 Youth Bash at 8/30/25 book bag and shoe giveaway. Oh, on August 30th. Sorry, I hit a blowing moment. On August 30th, they have a book bag and shoe giveaway for back to is that for back to school? For back to school. And then they also have on August 23rd a youth bash. September the first Monday, Senior Pamper Day. November 2nd, Greenville, North Carolina domestic violence event. Did I get it right?
Yeah, so the Monday in September, we doing a senior pamper day. And then November the 2nd, we are now putting together a domestic violence event to close out 3 for the year. And Greenville, North Carolina asked us to come there to put on the event. So I've been in conversation with them earlier today about the specifics about putting that together.
Do we have flyers by any chance?
In September too.
You have flyers by any chance?
Nigga
No.
phones up. Oh, he said
Can
he
you
got
send those to me? Oh,
Yes, I'll definitely send them to you.
Dang. Oh, don't forget the bingo, senior bingo too, coming up on the 12th of September.
That's the Facebook.
Yeah.
Right.
September 12th, senior bingo. So we still be busy. And then we got October coming up again too for Halloween and the lovely Asheville Fall Festival.
I got a question. Would you partner with anyone else who wanted to do a startup similar to yours? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well, y'all
definitely
know,
would
I know
because
we on the radio too, so I'm trying to get the. Huh?
listen, I would partner with anyone to help them do anything. If you want to put on, like I spoke with you the first time, I said, hey, when can I come to Baltimore and we can do an event? We can do gun violence, we can do mental health. If we need to have a conversation with anybody who's trying to put together a nonprofit, how we can pull up together to put that together. Like I'm anything to help this community grow and get back to its original form of Eastern civilization before Adam and Eve's apple meat trick. You know, I'm with it.
I have another question. What what
Talking.
um
You like
no. What haven't you done? Right? What type of event haven't you done that you would like to do in the future?
That's a good one.
youth depression?
Mm,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's
That's a
great.
real good one.
I think that goes back into just for conversational purposes when Q mentioned the how young people wear like the hoodies and things like that. Even though we joke about it, um, those are signs of depression. I think a lot of times, especially like in our communities, we miss all the telltale signs of what of depression because sometimes some things like the dark clothing, the wanting to hide yourself, and those are all like telltale signs. And a lot of times we ignore them and we be like, oh, that's just like young. And I think that's why when you have so many people as they get older, because it's been ignored so long, now you like, oh, when we could try to address these things earlier. So I think that would be great to know like what signs to look for, like different even down to dress behavior, like even down to hygiene or things of depression, like when people don't when they smell, they're not cleaning themselves. Those are also like a lot of like telltale signs. Um, just like different conversation, distancing themselves and things like that. So I think that's actually really great because that's something that we just don't pay. We know it, but we don't explore it. We don't address it. We kind of try to turn like a blind eye to it. So I think that's like
All
amazing.
of us don't know it though.
Right. That's why I think
Like
that's important so that you can get those that bring that awareness so that people know and understand.
yeah,
Like oftentimes, even like I'm gonna just give an example. Where was I at? I was I was somewhere. It wasn't like a Walmart. It was like a store. You know, how random people just start talking to you. And
Mm.
I had like my work badge on, and they were like talking. So I don't know how we just got to talking about like different things. They were asking like what type of work I did, so I explained it. And so we just started talking about like different things in mental health because it was somebody else in the store. You know how people look a certain way. And I'm like, you can't always judge a book because something could be clearly wrong. Granted, when you work in certain fields, certain things is it can be obvious to us, but we can't expect for everybody else to have the common sense of it. But also, you can just kind of educate someone and say before you judge, that person might need a little bit of help, or something like that. We can't always assume everybody's going to have normal mannerisms because when we think we're normal, we probably off too. So it's like you just gotta spread that awareness and be. And I think we need to have more conversations and more events to bring awareness to how to handle certain things like that when we encounter it.
Right. Well, everybody walking around stinking ain't depressed. So you can't put that on being depressed. Some people just walk around stinking
And you're
too.
absolutely
And they
Oh
because
correct.
they
yeah,
But
depressed.
that's a
yeah,
personal bias. So remember, you brought up that word personal bias.
yeah.
We just had an
That's
insert.
my personal bias
That's
too.
hear me
Funk
out
fest.
though.
That's a funk fest. We're not trying to have that.
Okay,
Not when
but
you in the community.
on a
It's getting
serious
hot
note,
out there.
it is. But on a serious note, okay, you have to think about some things. Sometimes it may not be a mental health thing. It could be medical. Something
No,
could be going
Yeah.
on. Something could be going on with someone medically that's beyond their control, or you never know what their circumstances are.
let's just
Do
talk
you
about
know
people.
the
Let's just talk about
difference?
people. Let's talk about people that wake up in the houses every day, apartments. They got bathtubs and showers. Let's talk about them. Since you
Let's
want to
talk
be
about them, Paul.
specific,
Yes, because
since you want to be specific
what
about it, let's get specific.
Atlantic.
Let's talk about that.
We can.
Okay. But no, we're gonna finish this interview off and then we talk about that. But yeah, everybody walking around stinking ain't depressed. They ain't out
I
there got
didn't
no
say that
medical
they
issues.
were. I
Some of
said
them just gonna get in that doggone bathtub.
Some of us just want to be stinking. I don't know.
And some of it is
Mental health.
religious. Some people is
some of it is
allergic.
cultural.
I found out at an early age that the bathtub is a good friend
But
because
that's
everybody like being around you, you smell
what if
good.
you meet somebody from another culture? Some cultures, like some cultures, don't use deodorant. Some cultures don't use certain things. So
Yeah.
again, what we consider normal in our culture, and that's cultural differences, that's still a bias. You have to talk to people sometimes to have understanding.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna always have a bias, but
I have a question.
uh,
Can I ask a question?
yeah, yeah.
Can I ask? I got a question for the group. Just off of this conversation, what is normal?
No such thing.
It depends on when because back in 1800 BC they wasn't wearing deodorant and stuff, and that was the norm. And now, in 2025, it depends. You can do what you want. So you can wear deodorant, you can not wear deodorant, you can wash your ass, you can not. What normal is just being yourself, I guess.
Look,
Whatever is
look.
make you comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Stinking makes
Want me to
people
answer
comfortable.
it?
Somebody stink.
No, your norm is based off of what your culture is, what your environment is. Like my cultural norm and all y'all's could be completely different. Like a lot of
Shit.
times it's our upbringing, one. Like all of us, even though we might be in the same neighborhood, our households are different. That's your norm. So even though it differs from person to person, doesn't make it right or wrong.
No,
Culturally,
it's wrong. It is wrong.
that's
You
too.
you are in America.
But that's
We like
Okay.
to smell good
No,
here.
no, no.
It's
telling
Okay.
you, it's
Okay.
proven.
This
Think
this
about
is
it.
real right here.
My
This is real. Hey, I'm gonna put down my mic for a minute now. Hey, let me tell you, this is how it really is right here. Hold up, let me tell you what it really is. This is what it really is here. This is real. Might say it's a personal bias or whatever, but would you want to lay in the bed with somebody that's stinking?
no, I would not.
Okay, so see, that's not personal bias.
No,
That's personal bias, and that's for everybody. That's for anybody.
That's also
Nobody
preference. But you
look.
have a lot of people that do label funky people.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers smell
Now,
like PP and
now,
boo.
now, again,
Motherfuckers
yeah,
smell
but
like
I'm saying
PP and
again,
boo boo. Who want to lay
again,
up with that?
you'd be surprised.
you don't even want nobody walking by you smelling though. I'm saying you must
Yeah,
let somebody on the
No,
bed.
no.
That's real.
That is a no.
I'm dead.
You don't do that
But I'm
ever.
being completely 100% serious.
I
Okay.
mean, would you
No,
date, let me ask you, Coco. Would you date a man who wore a colostomy bag?
what? No. The dating,
Why? Why?
Exactly.
that's my
Why?
You
preference.
know,
Why?
that's to me. I feel like that's a preference.
That's a preference. So
Okay, that's
what
that's
we're
a
talking about
bias,
is-
right?
No,
That's a
no,
bias.
it's not. That's a
Yes, it
preference.
is.
A
That's a
preference
bias.
and a
He's
bias.
a human being.
No,
He's a
no, it's
human
not.
being.
Can I
So
finish?
what's
So
wrong
he
with
wears
it?
a colostomy
finish?
bag. He's not
You
a
can take
human
the
being,
bag off.
right?
Yes, he's a human
Right.
being, but if that's
It
my
may not
preference,
smell so good.
Because clearly, do I need to look up want me to Google and tell y'all the definition of bias? Because clearly you mixing bias and preference. So
No.
when we- let me
I-
stop. Hold on. So when we talk about a bias is what you resonate to, what you're saying. This is what I think is right. So you can't see outside of your own thing.
That's right.
No,
Because I'm
it's
not
talking
dating no
about
chick with a
preference.
colostomy bag. That's
No,
right.
but you could possibly prefer to be with somebody with with a bag.
Never.
That's
Not
your,
in the
but I'm just
history
saying
ever.
you could, and that's your preference. So preferences and biases are completely different. You have personal biases, you have cultural biases, you
Yeah.
have it's several different types of biases. So when we have conversations like this, it's really, really important to differentiate.
Everybody
the
has
difference.
biases, though.
They
Everybody
But
has
see,
biases.
And
but see,
everybody has
culturally though,
but you gotta know the difference.
culturally though, like you said, some this culture here might love going around smelling like a bag of rotten eggs and stuff, and that's cool with them. But if they come into your culture, are you going to accept that?
No.
Okay, so is that your is that a personal bias or is that a preference?
Shit. That's both. I don't
No,
want to
that's-
be around it. I
But
don't
that's
want to be
not-
around no
no,
funky
that's
ass
a cultural
people.
norm. That's a cultural
Huh?
norm. No,
Shit.
because you know how. All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of what I mean when I say a cultural norm. You ever go to somebody's house and you're like, we don't do that in my house.
Oh, hi, Lord.
I got that what?
You ever go to somebody's house and they might do something or they may live a certain way. You be like, in my house we would never.
Yeah.
Or I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's
I've had
okay.
plenty of those moments.
That's and you be like if you say like my family doesn't do things like that, that's a cultural norm because that's your norm and your family. Your norms are based on how you were brought up, your environment of what you were around. That establishes what you consider your norm. Every environment is different when it comes to what their norms are.
So that nothing is normal. That's basically what he basically answered the question. Nothing is normal. You can't define normal at that point.
It's
See
all
what I'm
based
saying?
on. It's all
I
based on
told
your
y'all what normal was. In the terms of funky,
Why is we back on
the norm, the norm was back in King Arthur and all them days. You know, soap wasn't of importance. Nobody cared. You know, they all shared the same water. You feel me? Like,
Typhoid.
imagine. You feel me? It didn't matter. You know, so funk. Funk wasn't a thing. But now, the norm is we are accustomed to. We should not smell you because they
Exactly.
have these things in place to make it where as though we can't. Now, I do understand that they have body odor, the diseases, there are illnesses that bring different things out, out your pores. You sweat. If you're a woman and you put men deodorant on, your arms will never be the same again. You'll stink all the time if you don't wear men deodorant. But yeah, man, that's the norm to me when it comes to funk.
Yeah. You shouldn't eat a can of sardines.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when
You also smell like what you put in your body.
I should be smelling. I should be smelling farts in
So
a
everybody up here travel,
elevator.
right? Everybody up here travel, right?
Yeah.
So as you travel, you start to see difference, especially when you start doing other things. No, I'm just saying. So you start to see what we consider normalcy here is different in other places. Even it varies from
I ain't worried about
Let me ask you this then.
No, I'm talking about QA.
Let me ask you
this.
Let me ask you this. Is farting in the elevator normal?
I don't give a damn. To some people, and if I
Cleaning
break
is
in
like what?
In an elevator full of people, you gonna somebody farts. Is that normal?
if you can't hold it, yes, that's a human nature.
I want to know is that normal? Because I had that happen yesterday.
That is
part of
normal.
my long ass week.
That's not a logical normal. That's
I hate it like
But listen, is gas not a normal human?
that's a bodily function, but
I
that's
don't you know what's not normal?
You ain't never fought on accident. You ain't never fought. You can fight on accident.
If I'm alone in the elevator, yeah, I'll fart.
Oh boy.
But if I have people in the elevator behind me,
What if you laughing and it come out? You ain't never. I know I ain't the only one that fought on accident.
How we here? Can I
I
answer?
don't
Stop.
laugh at those lack of melanin jokes.
Okay.
How did we
I-
get here? How did we get here?
Who put up the fight? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because we talk about funk being funky, that's how we end up getting there.
Uh,
So you gotta bring it back.
You know
I'm just
what?
saying nobody
blame
that by any okay, but yeah, by anybody's standards, whatever, I don't care. Cleanliness is supposed to be next to godliness. And they
That's right.
practice their religions everywhere, and they should be clean. Except if your conditions warrant that you cannot be. But I'm
right.
talking, I'm not gonna target people that cannot and have conditions. I'm talking about people that can help themselves. Let's make it clear. We're not on here to pick about people. We're gonna make this disclaimer. I'm not on here talking about people that cannot help themselves. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about those that are able-bodied. Those that are able to run up in a woman's face, say, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing?" Or one of the women, "Hey, handsome, how you doing?" Damn, I was doing all right. You got your face in mind, huh?
Who do you consider to be able-bodied? Who determines who's able-bodied?
Okay, let's see. If you got your own place, you going to work, you're driving your car, you're taking care of all your bills, you're raising your kids. I think you're very able-bodied. Damn. I mean, you're not rolling around in the aqueduct or nothing and being pushed around with a tube connected to you, nothing like that.
Right.
Well,
I mean, you
what I
can
will
get around,
say-
you're doing everything. You're moving all your extremities working. Is that not able-bodied?
no, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh,
Again, it's based on what you think. Now, being as though I work with a certain population of people that go from one situation to the next, everybody does not know how to function when they get into a home. They can have a home to sleep in. That does not mean the other parts of cleanliness and things like that come with it. So we can't assume that just because a person has a place to stay or a person has this, that's why I said, what do you consider able-bodied? And I think that's the most humbling. Hold on, that's the most humbling part, because you got to think people have different walks of life. Whereas though, yes, I may have a place to lay my head, but
you didn't cut off the whole. It wasn't just no one segment. All that was together. I'm not talking about nobody just because they got a place to stay. I'm talking about somebody that's got the whole thing going on, everything. They're not just got some place to stay. I'm talking about somebody that's able-bodied, handling everything daily. Come on now, don't be trying to break it all. Talking about, you talking about somebody that. I'm talking about somebody living a whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about somebody that's living a whole life. Like, okay, let's say, do you consider yourself being an able-bodied woman?
I mean, some will.
I consider yourself being an able-bodied woman. Yes or no?
No, I'm not going to say that because I'm not perfect.
It doesn't take anybody to be perfect. It doesn't take being perfect to be an able-bodied person.
Okay.
If you go out here, you got your own place. You know, raise your kids. You go out there, your experience is working everything. Hold up. You're paying your bills. You wash your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm through. Okay.
That's right.
It be through because that's an assumption. Just because, okay, I can say yes, but let's say I don't know any of y'all, I can't assume just because you present a certain way that you're able-bodied. Do you know how many people present a certain way, but they're not able-bodied? That's what I mean when I say we can't prejudge when you really don't know. And a lot of times certain things are circumstantial.
If people come around you see these people come around you gotta know these people. You see them daily, whatever. You see these people all the time. Why are you making it so difficult? This is not no simple subject.
It's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference in just being pure lazy and being incapable.
Yeah.
Some people can do it and they choose not to.
And my thought process is not just in general and one thing. I'm going to always think outside the scope. So you always got to think, I'm the type of person, I'm analytical. So I'm going to look outside. And then you also got to think the type of work that I do, that doesn't make sense to me, because when we see people, I don't look at a person and just assume they know better. And I think that's where a lot of us get it wrong, because we assume just because of how a person presents that they're a certain way. And that's not always true. Just like
you try to cover up with yoga, you know what you're doing. If you try to cover up with body working out bath, you know what you're doing.
No,
If you try
there.
to cover up bath, no, if you try to cover up body works without the bath, you know what you're doing. Come on now, anybody. Oh man, this is a rated PG show, so I cannot say what I want to say
Well, wait,
because we
so like,
are to
hold
get
on,
it
but how
all
am I gonna
rated.
keep this whole
But I'm gonna
conversation
tell you
moving?
what,
Like,
you know, you
Hey,
know,
Wendy.
you know. Back in the day, there used to be a little thing used to be thought was a hot water bottle.
Oh yeah. I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going
So
with
you
this.
know, so you know, and for many years, I thought that's what all that thing was for, was hot water bottle to put on you when you got sore or whatever.
Hmm.
But that thing had other purposes. And before before I knew what was going on, I know my sisters and all them was using that thing, that hot water bottle. So I know even at a woman 30, 40, I'm talking about teenage girl. I'm now a woman at 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, man 30, 40, 50, 60 years or whatever. If you grew up taking care of yourself, you able body. We're not gonna put no restraints on being able body. Able body mean that you are capable of living a full life doing everything that everybody does. That's able body. You can go out here and pick up a damn rock and throw it. That's able body. You go into the damn bathroom and brush your teeth, you able body. Anything that you can do that means you activate your body, your mind, your hands, your thing.
Yeah, if you
Makes you
can,
able body.
yeah, if you can
If
wipe
you
your own ass, you able body.
right. If you go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, wipe your butt, then you able body.
Yeah.
How come you cannot get in the bathtub and wash your ass? You should not be going around smelling like yesterday's. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna try to say this person over here, they got a body condition, they got a health condition, they smell bad. I can understand that because somebody told me that they had an issue when they ate certain
Look,
foods. I can understand that.
yeah, but I don't want their depression or whatever they're going through to the flick off on me. Okay, I don't want none of that bullshit. I tell them to keep that shit way the fuck over there.
It might not be depression. Some people just
Yeah,
I was gonna say, did you
They
just
smell
really
like
say that?
depression. Okay, they
these are
smell like
psychotic.
depression. They smell like depression. And I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not with that shit. You know, dude,
So I will
smell
say
like
this.
you ain't washed your ass in 8 newspaper cycles.
No, I will say this in all seriousness. Even with that, sometimes when you think you smell good, you may go somewhere else and they may say you stink, and they're gonna be
Mm.
like, you know better. So it's all deeper than that. We can have like a real conversation about it, but it's always gonna be deeper. But going back to Paul, when you talking about the hot pots, those are things that was also taught, which brings me back to my original statement of upbringing and was norms are learned behaviors. And just because somebody could be out there, and I done seen people be fresh to death and funky as fuck when they take that shit off. Because you have some people who, yeah, they might look nice, but they might not have been taught how to properly take care of themselves and things like that. So we gotta have deeper conversations. That's why I said what you consider able bodied may not be. And there are different ways to look at, and I get what you're saying, and it makes sense. But you got to also think about the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh,
thinking outside the box. I'm thinking outside the box because there's no reason. You done got through all these years of cleaning and maintaining yourself. You don't stop. Just what? What? I mean, I can understand your hands stop working, stop reaching behind your back, and you can't wash your back and all that stuff. Maybe you get somebody to wash your back. I don't know, but I'm saying, Coco, you don't want. No, we're going. I'm gonna let that go. You need to talk to my nephew right there.
he
'Cause we gotta
said
go.
he said he don't want nobody dealing with back funk.
no, I really no. I honestly, truthfully think, on a serious note, I really think it's a good conversation because
Yeah, it's
everybody
really
really
bad.
is not taught certain things. We think they should know, and then you never know what happened through. Everybody has a different journey through life of why they start to do what they do. And we may never know the norm, but a lot of times, a lot of people really were not taught, and we think everybody have common sense because we may do, and they may be how we were how we learned and how we were taught, but everybody don't have that.
Yeah, I get that part.
I grew up with people that talk straight shit to you. Hey, you need to go in there and wash your ass. You don't be coming up in here smelling like that, whatever. Hey, they tell you they don't give a damn how you felt about it. And I'm
But you
talking about my
Come
grandma.
here.
I'm talking about them grown folks.
Oh.
I'm talking about them grown folks.
Snatch your ass up and make you go wash your damn arms.
I'm talking about them grown folks. They didn't play that shit.
I'm just saying,
Now, you know what I'm talking about. He know me.
You know what
He
though?
know me for me to tell you. Hey,
You know what? You know what? How is it
Miss
possible?
Cornelia, Miss Corita,
How
Miss
is it,
damn.
let me ask you. Let
Oh,
me
Miss
ask you.
Mary Jo, all them.
Let me ask you. How is it possible that one is funky in cold weather?
on that note, we are. Thank you. You are definitely welcome back. You fit right in because you stirred up that whole last 20 minutes. Thank you.
Mhm.
Don't sit there with your arms open. But
I didn't do nothing, but I appreciate being invited here. This was very educational. This was very thought-provoking. This was enlightening. You know, I got to watch some artwork. Got to watch a lime green cup bounce back and forth in front of the camera. You know, this was good. I think what you have here is an amazing thing, and I'm glad that I was able to be invited to your platform. No
you can come
apples
back
for no.
anytime. Please, we welcome you. Come back anytime. Because clearly you know how to stir up the panel because you did that on your own and then you sat back nicely and watched it all unfold. That takes skill.
That was a demonstration.
That takes skill. So thank you. We appreciate you. I wish you all the success, all the luck, and of course, please, please, please come back. Send me all your stuff, and I'll make sure I post it and keep everybody updated. T-shirts in the mail, so as soon as we get them, we'll wear them in support of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you to everyone who was listening. We do apologize for the technical difficulty, but we cannot control Mother Nature, so that's why we gotta bring knowledge back and do like a little semi do over, but do something else and let him start a pot some more. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Paul.
That commercial says not nice to play with Mother Nature.
That's right.
Wash them funky butts.
Apply some goddamn soap. I'm tired of it.
I'm
Sick of it.
curious to know who got your nostrils burning today.
Fuck, man.
I'm
Thank
good,
you,
Kelly.
Knowledge. Rich, we are done. We're gonna see y'all next week. I'm gonna try to get Knowledge to come back next week. We're gonna get him.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
All right. Doses.
We take. I guess not. He said, I guess it's got a late start.
Good night.
I got some free time.
What y'all doing? Look, what y'all doing?
It's
Making
just start
another
waiting.
note.
Close for 10 minutes.
Hold up, but you have been eating sunflower seeds the whole show.
The
Maybe
whole
not.
show.
You want to know why?
No.
All right, then.
I had Paul, what you eat?
I've been eating cherries.
I had chips, a Slim Jim, and a sandwich. Tying it up.
Why is he still up here? Where is Rich when you need him?
Rich might have a woman over there or something going on. That's why he been slow.
Boo loving.
Rich behind the board. Rich behind the headboards.
Where is he
It's gonna be like that Martin episode. That's why he
Did you
can't.
just say? Did you
Oh
just
my
say
God,
he's
this is
behind
so
the
ghetto. We
headboard?
really should. Hold
Did you
on. Let me
just say he's behind the headboard?